Hey guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I'm doing a layout again for another challenge for a cherry on top. This one I entered into two challenges. One is a cherry lift and one was for a manufacturer. Well, the cherry lift challenge, you had to lift whoever they picked. And it was someone named Linda S. She has a gallery on a cherry on top. And right here in the upper left-hand corner, you can see her layout. That's the one I chose to lift. So I'm going to kind of lift that. Not verbatim, but a little bit. And then also the manufacturer's challenge, it was to use a manufacturer that started with an M or that started with a B. And on this one, I chose to use My Mind's Eye in Bloom collection. I got this collection a while back, and this is the first time I've actually used it. It is so pretty, so I'm really happy about that. So in that scrap lift, you can see she has a corner folded over. I went ahead and cut the corner off and rolled it instead of folding it over. I am going to take this piece of this 6x6 paper from the paper pad. It is a kind of a cream with gold dots on it, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in there just to kind of, make it a 12 by 12 to kind of fill in that space there. Now with my rolling, I did have a little bit of problems, and I initially used a double-sided tape on it to hold it down, and it wasn't wanting to hold, so I did end up pulling out that art glitter glue, I think is what it's called. I've been obsessed with this stuff lately. Yes, the art glitter glue. I ended up using that. I have to use it one more time. You can see on the right side of the roll, it's a little bit fatter. That piece was not wanting to stay down, so I am going to put some more glue over there. In the end, it is still a little bit fatter, but that's okay. It's still cute. I am going to use two photos, so right here I'm putting them together with washi tape. They were 3x4s. I printed them together, so I probably should have just left them together. There was a white strip down the center. I could have edited that better to make it just flush and not have that white strip and not have had to cut them apart and then put them back together. But I wasn't really thinking ahead. I did go ahead and mat this on a piece of black that has gold dots on it. Now in the end, you don't really see the gold dots too much. You can a little bit at the bottom, but the other side's not so much. Now these are photos when Jim and I went to Washington DC. The whole point of the trip was we went to inter, is that how you say? Lay his mom to rest. She had passed away. It had been a year, but she was being interred at Arlington with his dad. So you have to kind of schedule it, and that was when we were able to, everybody was able to go do it at the same time. So it was a year, and so I made my title Laid to Rest. I don't know exactly what I want to do for my journaling. I liked her service and everything, but I didn't like that it took a year to do that. I don't know what happens after you die, really. I mean, I do as a Christian, but really what happens if you aren't buried immediately? She was just sitting for a year. She was cremated, so it's not like her body was laying somewhere for a year, but you know what I mean. I didn't really care for that. Kind of worried me a little bit. I know that's kind of weird, but whatever. It did. It worried me a little bit that someone had passed away and was just sitting in, someone's closet for a year. I don't know. It was weird. Anyway, that's what this is about. I have not done my journaling. I don't know exactly what I am going to say, and I just left myself just a little bit of space. If I need more room than what I left myself, I will write it on the back. The back is mostly black, so I'll probably write it with a white gel pen. So right here is this little piece that that's what I'm going to use for my journaling. Up there at the top right, I did tuck a floral back there. I haven't put anything down yet. I tucked a floral back there. That's from the die cut piece. And then also I'm going to tuck some fussy cut flowers under there as well that have some black on them. That little tab that I put there, I am going to put a word sticker over it. It says forever. And over at the left hand side of the photo, you can see where that die cut is of the florals. See that big thickness around it? The big thick white? I hate that. My Mind's Eye, and I think it's Simple Stories, does this a lot. They'll have cream-based collections, and their die cuts will have a stark white border around them. Drives me insane. Cannot stand that. So I am going to have to go back and, well, have to, but I am going to go back and trim all the white off around there. I am going to ink the edges with a Kelly Perky ink. Now her inks don't say the name. It's just kind of a tan khaki color. That's what I use to ink the edges of everything with. So I do that on all the die cuts, especially because of all that white that was showing. I cut off what I could and, you know, just ink the rest. The color of it ends up being, I don't know if you can see the floral up at the top right in that Today cluster. There's a cream colored floral and the inside's kind of a yellowy tan. That's the color of the ink that I end up using. So I do build a cluster down here at the bottom. I am going to put a die cut down there and also a floral that I fussy cut. Now at the end, I'm going to have pictures and they are not actually going to have everything in there. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to put a sticker on there that says remember, but I did not remember to put that sticker down before I finished my layout. I know, it's like I took it off, everything off, so I can glue it back down and then forgot pieces. It was crazy and insane. So I took another one of them tabs, and this is kind of a waste because the tabs are double, you know, they're double tabs, so you can cut them apart and just use one piece. I went ahead and folded them together so they have a little bit more thickness and glued them together and just kept them as one. That's kind of wasteful, and if I didn't have so much stuff, probably I wouldn't do that. So right here, I pulled out the corner that I had trimmed off of the top at the top. I am going to go ahead and use that down at the bottom. I kind of laid it down there and it overlapped that label and I thought it looked pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it right there. It goes like this. On the back side of that paper was that black. It was a big floral print, and that's what you're seeing down there at that bottom corner. It's some leaves and a little bit of a flower. So right here I took my title, It's Laid to Rest. I used those little small foam thickers that were in Paige Evans' last collection, not Whimsical, the one before that. And I'm kind of coloring them with this same ink that I used to ink the edges of everything. Right there, you see I got this new craft mat. I had purchased that at Tuesday morning. It was like 15 bucks. And I used to have a black one. Well, I still have the black one. It's really a mess, but right there, I use this ink and I have already stained my mat now. My new mat's already got a little bit of stain. It wouldn't all come up. That ink wouldn't all come up. But at least it was just a tan color, so whatever. No big deal. Alright guys, after I do that, I don't do anything else to this layout. I don't know if you saw that. I did put down several enamel dots around the page. Actually, no, I didn't do that on camera either. Later, when I remember to put that remember sticker down, I will put some enamel dots around the page. I know I'm a mess. It's ridiculous. So the final photos don't have that, but it's in front of me and it does, and it looks fabulous. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.